No girls allowed clause in their lore. For GW, it's a business decision. For fans, it's a retcon, and hardly the biggest we've had to stomach. Phrasing, sir. What the? Stay away from schoolyard, you freak. I'm happy for anyone who feels represented by them.
I just want Warhammer the way that it used to be before all of those things came into Warhammer that never belonged there in the first place. This argument doesn't change anything, actually changes everything.
Changes a lot, yeah.
Is it the first daughter of noble houses? There's no honor in it anymore. There's no meaning behind it. There's no breeding requirements for it. You've ruined everything by fucking going ahead and incorporating this.
I care about good stories. It doesn't matter if you put women there or not. If it doesn't make sense, it has no meaning, so it falls flat. It disrespects the whole concept of having women in there. GW cannot be consistent for the life of them. You know, Custodes are still Brotherhood, and yet somehow we have women in there. So now they are sold out. Around 2 weeks ago, we covered the female Custodes saga that they're not selling. Many stores reporting that they ordered some boxes, but they didn't get them. Please watch that video because it's a lot to digest. But the gist of it, very short one, is that the female Custodes were not selling on the website. And the box set is also not distributing towards stores. There was some kind of a messed up that was GW's fault, but for the most part we did reach the informed conclusion between us and other creator Marshall Bohemond, what he discovered, and Chainsword 40k as well, this amazing guy about those things, that it seems like female Custodes are a flop. But before that a weirdo was glowing. A weirdo was glowing here on Wargamer about the female Custodes, how they won.
No.
The battle over Warhammer 40k female Custodes is over, and we all won. So, we're gonna take a look at that article and take a look at this author as well and what he is about, to make a contrast between what's happening now, which actually may surprise you because we have news about the female Custodes. But yeah, we're gonna check them out at the end. So first, let's take a look at Wargamer, the battle over Warhammer 40k, and this marvelous article. Tsunami, feel free to read this in your freaking amazing language and expression. Yes.
Is that IGN for Warhammer?
Pretty much.
Oh,
Pretty much. Okay. So, Tsunami, you're free.
Hold on, I have to get my voice right.
Yes.
From Wargamer, the battle over Warhammer 40k's female Custodes is over, and we all won. By Timothy Linward. Adeptus Custodes players get a thick range refresh. Female players get extra rep, and the community has mostly acted like grown-ups. When Games Workshop revealed its new Adeptus Custodes miniature for the Horus Heresy, ew, and Warhammer 40k, ew, during the Warhammer preview, I was doubly delighted, first by the quality of the miniatures, and second by how small and feeble the minority was who were complaining about the new female heads on some of the models. Your social feed may vary. In mine, the bigger controversy was how the Custodes fire their guardian spears without any visible trigger. Twist grips or nerve impulse feeds, I assume. It's almost as if, despite the howling and tearing of shirts with GW's first retcon female Custodes in the lore, most people who are involved with the hobby don't give that much of a damn about the imaginary gender of the imaginary Emperor's favorite super soldiers. To be clear, I don't think this means that everyone likes female Custodes or likes how they were introduced to the lore. Would it surprise you to learn that I, the author of an article clearly in favor of the new female Custodes models, think the retcon that added into the background was inelegant? It was workmanlike storytelling, well below the quality that makes the best Horus Heresy books so remarkable. But, like most people in the hobby, I'm a grown-up. You're fooling us. Who recognizes that my sense of the best way to tell a story is never going to dictate Games Workshop's business decision. Games Workshop wants to sell more models to women, And a good way to do that is to make models of women. That means diversifying representation across its range. I've argued in another article that GW is too fiscally conservative to make a female space marine. Why risk tinkering with something that already makes cash hand over fist? I can't spell right, I'm so excited. But it apparently saw an opportunity in the Custodes, who have had comparatively little written about them and no explicit "no girls allowed" clause in their lore, and it decided to run with them. For GW, it's a business decision. For fans, it's a retcon, and hardly the biggest we've had to stomach. Phrasing, sir. I have another article listing 8 other retcons bigger than female Custodes, the biggest. The Custodes are post-human and effectively post-gender. They don't do any of the things that make gender irrelevant in stories, like have giant penises, like fall in love or sleep with people they shouldn't, or traumatize their kids. Gender is so immaterial to how Custodes function in the lore that it's basically set dressing. So for all practical purposes, female Custodes amount to a few different pronouns sprinkled into books and optional female heads on a new range of miniatures. Totally sick miniatures too, based on Adrian Smith's killer art for the Horus Heresy card game, a loving homage to one of the most iconic and foundational depictions of the Custodes. They're very good models. In Custodes groups on Facebook and Reddit, we're seeing lively discussions about the model's proportions, phrasing, the quality of sculpting, phrasing, size comparisons, how to convert them with elements from other kits, ooh, naughty, discussions of whether or not kits that are currently usable in 40K will be sent to Legends rules. People are engaging with the new release of the topics that actually matter if you're building models or playing the game. This doesn't prove that real Custodes fans are totally fine with the female Custodes. In a poll in the Adeptus Custodes Facebook group about attitudes to female Custodes at time of writing, 63% said they didn't really care, 8% loved them, 22% thought they destroyed established lore, duh, and weren't that fun, duh. The mods of our Adeptus Custodes implemented a no warning ban policy for quote unquote bigotry and absolutely dumb fuckery. Slay Queen stating, quote unquote, you kick off about female Custodes in an uncivil manner, you are gone. Leaving the door open for people to express disagreements, but shutting down any parts of the community that are, in fact, violently opposed. Seek the violence on your end, you fucking freak. Anyways, I don't think our Adeptus Custodes is losing anything by kicking out people who cannot express a disagreement civilly. If you want to find people angry with new Custodes, they're easy to find in anti-woke Reddit group like our Kotaku in Action and our Just Memes for Us. By their own admission, people literally saying, quote unquote, I don't play Warhammer 40K. These commentators aren't actually part of the fandom. They're in the discussion purely for the culture war. The female Custodes are part of Warhammer 40K lore forever now, with thick miniatures and, to my mind at least, bugger all influence on the lore for good or ill. What the? Stay away from schoolyard, you freak. I'm happy for anyone who feels represented by them. For some people, their existence will forever be a grumble, like the big Necron retcon or the Primaris Space Marines. But I'm hardened by how many people, which statistically will include a fair few people who don't care for the change, are just getting on with their day. That's the basis of a functioning community. Wow. If you're interested in civil discussion about changes to 40K lore, communism, you'll find a warm welcome in the Wargamer Discord community. If you're not interested in communist civil discussion, you'll just meet our mods. For a roundup of the best stories on Wargamer each week, check out our regular newsletter, Ooh Slay Queen, and article.
Whoa,
Boy,
whoa.
that guy
I
sure,
can't say, yeah.
by the style of writing, that guy sure sounds and looks like a person who is sitting with a butt plug with the
Oh, non-stop.
GW mark on it,
Or
non-stop
shaped
wire.
like GW
Yes,
logo.
exactly.
Well, that's gonna hurt. Okay, please, tonight, please unleash yourself first. I need to gather my thoughts. This is a lot. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes, literally, that's what I want to say that. Yes, give it a go.
What am I supposed to say? Just wait till you guys see this. So you guys understand for the show, streaming is hard, and I had to go ahead and look at this guy's fucking Twitter profile.
I have it.
Is all the usual suspects
Here it is.
of pronouns and all the he's worried about all the social issues, social justice warrior. And this freak is talking about what else? BLM, trans lives matter,
Jesus
gay
Christ.
lives matter, maps lives matter. I'm allegedly in Minecraft, of course, just kidding about that last one. But from the way these paragraphs are written, like, could you blame me for thinking that?
No.
The fuck is wrong with this guy? It's so fucking weird how he wrote this. Everybody wins. Like, could you just shut your communist nonsense down for like 10 minutes? Stop telling us how, oh my God, the Chuds got owned. Where's your fucking sales at, dude? How about that? How about Timothy Linward of Britannia? Ooh, slay. Like, you absolute fucking weirdo goblin freak. Where are the fucking sales at? You took polls online? You're dealing with fat retards with fucking septum rings and rings everywhere else, tattooing themselves to death, but have no money to actually fucking do anything else in fucking society. So they mooch off of fucking government, fucking welfare, and they sit online all day long agreeing with people like you. Then you guys have fucking parades for yourself. Sometimes you end up in a school, sometimes you don't. Who knows what happens with you fucking people? I can tell you one fucking thing though. Female fucking Custodes are fucking gross. You're an idiot. Fuck you.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to gather my thoughts here because he said so many stupid things. We can't even begin to cover them all because we do have to go to other things to show you the female Custodes news and to tie everything up so you can see what's happening. But
Space racism. I'll be back.
all right. Okay, so he mentioned here somewhere people feeling included with these. Like,
But who feeling?
I don't know
Jesus
about
Christ.
you, Logan or Tsunami, but I never met a 3 meters tall manly woman that
Right,
has augmented physiology to the unfathomable
Yeah.
extent.
Who is feeling included
Who
here?
is feeling included?
Do you actually, as a woman, ever felt excluded from Warhammer?
No,
before?
no. I mean, I will feel excluded if a bunch of guys come to me and say directly, "Hey, Empress, you're a girl. You cannot be here just because you're a girl. No other reason."
girls allowed.
Yeah, no other reason, just because you're a girl. Never mind the fact that I love Warhammer the way that it is. I don't want to change it. I just want it to be good as it used to be, as Warhammery as it used to be, and not have all of this modern crap inserted in it forcefully for a modern audience that doesn't actually exist. I mean, for this kind of a guy who's a psycho, judging by his profile and how he writes and thinks, I just want Warhammer the way that it used to be
The way
before
that it
all of
is,
those
yeah.
things came into Warhammer that never belonged there in the first place. So I'm just like the OG fans that just want Warhammer.
Exactly. If you're
That's
a
it.
fan of something, you're a fan of something. You will feel included anyway because
Yeah.
you're part of the fandom. You don't need something to be transformed so that it fits you.
Yeah, I mean, there are some comments here and there, very rarely, of course, that say to me, "No girls allowed," which just stupid people.
Yeah,
I'm
stupid
not gonna
people,
feel
yeah.
excluded because some guy's an idiot and just decide to literally discriminate me because I'm a girl. Those people are like few and far in between, and they don't get the context of everything. we understand that some women are crazy and want to be inserted into the lore because they're crazy, but this guy is a man, allegedly, in Minecraft, and he wants the most so and horrible things ever included.
How is he feeling included then by being a soy? How does he feel that these, you know, super soldiers that, you know, look manly and things like that
Yeah.
represent him?
Yeah, I don't
By
know
that logic.
how.
Should we have now a nerdy space marine who say, you know, if you don't respect my feelings, I'll get angry now?
Yeah, so there's so many things, Tsunami, when you read them that I would like to talk about. We can't, we don't have time, but we're going to touch upon the occlusion part again because we have the next thing that I opened, which is this Reddit thing here. So, new to the hobby, why TF are some so mad about female Custodes? This guy says, I really don't get it. They're still functionally Custodes. It doesn't really change anything. Yet, I see people screaming into the void about how female Custodes are shit. GW is going to the dogs. Everything? What? GW is going to the dogs? Everything? It just screams strut. Who has never felt a woman's touch before to me? I mean, wow, this guy. This guy is so stupid as F. I can't really, like, if a female custodian touches you, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're not gonna feel anything that connects to femininity whatsoever, not even the slightest. This is, I mean, I can't even begin to say how stupid this is. So, again, the argument, I still see that argument that this doesn't change anything, and why do we bitch and moan? First of all, we don't bitch and moan. We use logic and reason to explain why they don't belong there. It's not about our emotion, it's about logic and reason and what the lore stood for, how the lore is, and that if you change the lore so significantly, this is a significant change that goes against the 40 years of lore continuity and lore, well, logic basically, then this whole thing, the lore, the universe, it loses meaning and substance. That's the thing. When you change something, when you break a principle, everything changes to the point where it doesn't make sense anymore, which loses the whole point of being involved and invested and interested in a fictional universe, because it is fictional, it doesn't exist, and it has to be compelling enough and make sense within the confines, I mean, the boundaries of whatever makes that universe like the fabric of it has to be somehow cohesive, consistent, whatever. And change like that doesn't make it so. And it will be the same if you change Sisters of Battle to include men. Like we said before. So this argument doesn't change anything, actually changes everything.
Changes a lot, yeah.
The whole basis, the floor, like I've said, all of it.
If they had to go out of their way and change things in Wikipedia and the lore itself so that they have it now,
I'm going to
it's
go
not
ahead
just
and bring
men
up
and
the
things
same
like
thing
that.
that I already brought up. There's female Custodes, sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure that this was a high honor from the first son of major houses on Terra are the only people that were even considered for this fucking position.
Noble sons,
now,
yeah.
is it the first daughter? Is it the first daughter of noble houses? And this goes back to my statement. I remember making it because I felt very strongly about it, and I still agree with it. Why not just go to a hive city, go to your local fucking prostitution ring, find whatever hooker you can to just go ahead and pump out custody babies, since there's no honor in it anymore. There's no meaning behind it. There's no breeding requirements for it. You've ruined everything by fucking going ahead and incorporating this. So, which is it, GW? I can believe here, space vampires, space Vikings, space Jamaicans, or whatever the fuck else. I'll believe all that because it's already set down in fucking stone. But the Custodes were noble first sons. It was supposed to be a major honor, and there was a hostage piece to it. So is it now first daughters? Is it second daughters? Is it all the daughters? Is that okay too? Why would you pick the daughters? Essentially remove their ability to reproduce, creating you more fucking Custodes. It doesn't make fucking sense. Doubling down on this is so fucking stupid, and it drives me crazy every time we talk about it.
Yes, because it creates so many loose ends of the story. Like you said, it creates so many questions that are endless. It just makes a huge mess of it all.
It did change a lot if they have to get inside the lore, actually change something. That's what it changed. Not it doesn't change anything. It changed something. They actually did it.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's the opposite, everything. So first, I'm just gonna go through these quickly because they're important. So Friday someone says here, here's my view on it. It was so irrelevant and pointless. Something not to be mad about. Then why change canon to implement it in the first place?
Exactly.
It just screams modern day progressive to me. That's why people are mad. Nothing hating women. It's having progressive nonsense pushed into every franchise. Exactly. And this guy here, it's about getting a wider audience. Custodes are the best beginner army in the game, and GW wants to include more female players into the hobby. As all studies have proven that as a hobby gains more women, that those who blindly hate women start to shrink and their hateful views get pushed out. Not about hating women? Guess you didn't see the live streams chats about the Custodes reveals. Don't make excuses for them. Okay, so this guy doesn't understand actually what is happening here at all.
Yeah.
I mean, these people lately, again, guys, I see, because I have so many comments, most people are okay and they make sense and they understand, but some people don't understand the reality they're living in. They see people complain about female Custodes. They even said to me that I hate my own gender. Like, what are you talking about? It's not about women being in the hobby. How am I, as a, genuine 40k fan since like 6 years now, how am I more drawn into the hobby if you include women? I'm not identifying as only as a woman. I'm first a human being, so I identify with what is good and what's not about stories in general with humans or not humans or fantastical creatures. Who cares? I care about good stories. It doesn't matter if you put women there or not. If it doesn't make sense, it has no meaning, so it falls flat. It disrespects the whole concept of having women in there.
Yeah.
So you're not helping, you're making it worse, a lot more disrespectful, and completely disingenuous.
Yeah,
So that's what those people don't get.
Can I make a statement about the girl thing?
Please. Yes.
A lot of people got on the shout out Flash Kits, shout out Tom and Don, the channel who created Space King. I believe it's season 2 of Space King or episode 2 or whatever the fuck you want to call it. There's a whole like joke about no girls allowed. So they're just repeating the joke, but they like based women. From the same channel, Tom and Don and Flash Kits, there's another female content creator. She dresses like a commissar. Her name is Nuka Kitten. And she literally got a Space King model and painted it on stream, and they actually shouted her out specifically. This is not an attack against all women. It is an attack on women in general, because once women entered spaces, stereotypically, they started to go ahead and try and mold it away from what it originally was. The Space King guys really, like, they're very respectful towards people that are just like exactly what you just said, Empress. You're a woman, fine. Don't hate me because of my gender. I'm not here to fuck your guy's hobby up. I'm here to learn your hobby. I like it, and I want to talk to you about it also. Those people are very welcome, and I think that if you can really clarify that message going forwards, you're going to see a lot more positive comments. You will also get a lot more hateful messages from these freaks that are fucking hanging on and trying to fucking go ahead and spoil one of the last OG franchises out there, simply because they want to go ahead and put their fucking disgusting mark everywhere, like taking a shit, rubbing their dirty ass on everything to mark everything. 40k is being ruined from the inside, sadly. But no, when you see no girls allowed, that is a Space King reference. And Tom and Don, super based guys, pretty big 40k fans. They're more into the miniatures than the lore. Even still, like, what does that mean? We've mentioned that before on this channel, where it's like, okay, you like miniatures. Okay, you like video games. Okay, you like the lore. Between the three of them, you could still be a legitimate 40k fan without getting shit on for it. Everyone's making the same argument. Woman, man, doesn't matter. Can we just respect the lore the way that we all understood it?
Exactly. Great point.
Yes, and also you get wider audience by actually having good stories, good characters, and this is how you broaden the things, not by changing it.
Yeah,
to
I
fit some
mean,
narrative.
for freaking 40 years, they were just
Mhm.
making their stories and people came.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
That's it.
That's how you're drawn to your story.
I mean, bottom
That's
line.
it, yeah.
So to finish this off, this part, this guy says, you want more female players? Introduce Sisters of Silence, Sisters of Battle, female Inquisitors, some female guard commander, etc. Don't include it in male-dominated faction. It will cause issues. Well, I also actually don't agree with this because, again, we don't need to introduce
Specific
specifically a female faction
Mm.
to gain more women and, make women interested. At
I'm
all.
no Viking. I like the Space Wolves.
Yeah, you're
How
not.
does this work? So do I have to be? That's what got me. Do I have to be like a space vampire to like the Blood Angels or things? Where is the logic?
Yeah, where's the
Just
logic here?
Find something that draws you, because you say, "Oh, that's a cool character. That's a cool story." You forget about being a man, a woman, a Bulgarian, American, or whatever.
Yeah, what the hell? No, again, very important point still to say that Sisters of Battle, Silence, Female Inquisitors, whoever is female in Warhammer 40k, they need better stories and to be more fleshed out, but that is in general a fact of the setting that is lacking. People are calling that out for years. So that's something that GW need to improve if they really want to improve it for the sake of it, not because female fans or whatever, just because they need to respect these characters' factions more, because they don't. They don't really do that. It's not about gaining more women, because men are the ones that are complaining about these female factions not being fleshed out enough. They like them because they're interesting, they're compelling, and they want for those factions to get more attention to it. And that's how it is. It doesn't have anything to do with drawing female audiences at all. So
I am literally going to go ahead and read. I just pulled the book from my library. It's right behind me.
okay.
Circa 2002, and this is the later version of Caiaphas Cain, Hero of the Imperium. He's literally narrated by Amberly Vale, Order Xenos. She is a very popular character in the Inquisition lore. Number 1, Gaunt's Ghost, tons of female fucking characters. 2, number 3, where the fuck have the Sisters of Battle been? Why aren't we hearing more about Sisters of Battle? Thank God the show came out. Do I agree with everything the show did? No. Do I love seeing Sisters of Battle finally being put in? Dude, space nuns? And they're insane? It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many things that they could be doing with female characters, and they just want to go after, why are the men happy over there? That's the only reason that they're doing it. And this fucking fruitcake fucking male feminist who wrote this article is literally just trying to drum up fucking hatred for no reason. Everyone likes the fucking female factions. They do. Everyone likes the females in 40k lore. Some of them hate them. There's reasons for that. Why were the Primarchs spread across the universe? It was a female. Females play extraordinarily important roles in 40k lore. These motherfuckers just will not actually flesh them out in a way that makes them interesting and cool.
Yeah.
They have to be big buff and as equal as.
Yeah, just to correct you there, I mean, the Primarchs were spread out because of chaos, and their mother is, a perpetual that we don't know enough about, but yeah, she didn't kick them out in space. It was chaos.
It's a woman, right?
I mean, their mother is a woman, but chaos is whoever.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's a woman. If they wanted to flesh the female end of things out more, they could. For good or bad, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty amazing, and we don't know enough about her. So here you go, another example of not fleshed out female characters, actually fundamental for everything. So to continue now with the Custodes, guys, this particular Talons of the Emperor Valerian blah blah thingy is selling. It's not sold out. What I wanted to point out here, Armite Shield Captain Valerian is a custodian of the Brotherhood. So the point is Brotherhood, guys. I just want to read that this is Brotherhood again. Brotherhood, but Yet, GW is still contradicting their own freaking lore. And whoever the sister is, she's a veteran. Who cares? Brotherhood is what we care about here. So the Custodes are still brotherhood that somehow include women.
Yeah.
How has that happened? Have you ever heard of brotherhood that includes women?
Have you ever heard of sisterhood that includes men?
Yeah. Have I ever heard of sisterhood that
Yeah.
no?
Yes. Female soccer.
Female soccer includes men?
Weight training.
Female
Yeah.
soccer?
Have you not watched the Olympics in the past like 5 years?
That's another thing.
Ah,
We're
this
not-
one.
we're-
Yeah.
That's
We
enough.
see where this is going.
Get
Once
you.
you let them in the locker room, they're in the locker room. Oh, geez, what's that you have there? Oh, your clitoris is very hard right now and happens to be 6 inches long. Like, what the fuck? No,
Very
Say
part
no.
and very big
Let's-
and long.
you got to go with J.K. Rowling on this one. Me agreeing with an absolute affirmed leftist freak. She's still kind of hot for even being old. But anyway, J.K. Rowling. Are you kidding me? She literally is like, can we just keep penises out of fucking women's spaces? Yes, I
Exactly.
agree, J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
We agree.
We agree.
We agree,
Yes, we all
totally,
agree
yes.
with that. So, GW cannot be consistent for the life of them. You know, Custodes are still brotherhood, and yet somehow we have women in there. And now, lastly, what happened with female Custodes sales with the Legio Custodes battle group for $255 freaking dollars?
$55? Jesus Christ.
I mean, what the hell? I better upgrade something on my PC for that. Sold out online. So they have sold out. Like, how many weeks is that? 2 weeks later? 3
two
weeks
or three, yeah.
later? Tsunami, do you recall how many weeks were there? Nah, you,
He's thinking.
3 weeks total.
3
3
weeks.
weeks total.
Okay.
3 weeks. Okay.
So now they're sold out. You have to have in mind, guys, that many stores didn't get them. It seems like they were underproduced. Again, watch our previous video about that. We go into detail there. And all of a sudden, maybe now they got some units and they are finally sold out, but we don't know how many units they had to begin with in the inventory to sell. We
Indeed,
we don't know copies
I mean,
of
they
these
could literally
boxes.
be 20.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have no
We
idea.
have no idea if they didn't ship most of them out. You know, also that's sold out online.
Yeah,
What
only.
about physical shops? You know,
You still
So
have
for people
they
that
got
are
it.
wondering, like, what the hell we're talking about, you've got distribution from the main company. Obviously, they're going to sell from themselves, but they give to local stores. You probably have some neckbeard store in your fucking town or close to it, where they sell 20-sided dice and D&D and whatever. Those are the people that were complaining online on Twitter, and they're like, hey, I ordered X amount of copies. I got none and was told there was an issue. Again, see previous video from Empress on the news stream where we talked about this shit. Shout out Marshall Boheman too. I don't want to take away from his fucking work. The point is, it could be 20,000 copies or 200 copies. Regardless of, they wanted to put in the headline, sold out.
Yeah.
This is a very clear attempt to go ahead and manipulate the media to make something that's shit. Yeah, girl Robute Guillemon, I'm looking at it on screen right now. Blech. Robute Guillemon.
Where did you see
vagina.
Robute Guillemon as
Or-
a woman?
Yeah, I know, but I'm looking at this creature on screen and I'm like, what is this supposed to be? Anyways, sorry, I was having a moment. The point of what I'm getting at is this. We don't know if it's 200, 20 million, whatever. All they wanted to put in the fucking title was sold out.
Online.
That's all they wanted to do. And they did a bunch of backroom maneuvering and manipulation, like said fucking author from the previous thing, he, him, her, whatever the fuck, to go ahead and slide this fucking manipulation in there. Don't get fooled. Female Custodes.
Yeah, they're still a
Stupid.
flop as far
Yeah.
as we know until we learn
Exactly.
something else. Because again, if something doesn't sell out right away and it has been 3 weeks, what is that then? I mean, for the standards of GW, it doesn't seem like a
then-
success at all.
And then guy like that on the website will write, "Oh, this is a win," you know, whereas actually in reality he's suffering from dry vagina because he has no dick.
Look,
I mean, look at the article. Look at the article.
The article is another
You
thing.
know.
We're talking about this now.
That
Oh
too.
my gosh.
W is also
I
suffering
will have to
from
put
that,
a
you
lot
know.
of beeps in the later video. Beep. Oh, okay.
Just don't put it on coming up.
Yes, not coming up.
Because from thing like that, GW is doing, nothing is coming
Yeah, nothing
up
is go.
or going up.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, guys, I want to be objective about this. So, if there's any news, actual news about the sales eventually, we're going to report on it and we're going to discuss if they were actually at the end of the day somehow a success, but for real, because we gotta be sure if they were not or they are whatever. But the point is that everything that we just covered in the previous video and now still leads to the conclusions that they were not, because it has been too long and we have no information about the copies. Actually, we do know, though, what we do know is how this launch of female Custodes was handled, and it was handled very badly from GW. They didn't deliver what the stores asked. Whoever got the copies are very few and far in between. Over 200 comments that I have on the previous video tell me that the female Custodes are not popular at all, and also people that report directly from their hometowns, from nerd shops or from directly GW shops where they live, saying that the boxes did not come or they were still there, not selling. One person that told me that the boxes are selling or sold out in his particular shop, one, but if it was like 2 boxes and they sold out,
And they sold out,
that doesn't prove anything at all. We don't know the stock.
Yeah.
You know, nothing. Again, guys, because I know that haters are gonna say that, oh, you don't know anything, you're just speculating. No. We do know how the launch was handled. We do know that they didn't deliver. Seems like GW underproduced. What we said in that video, what we shown was assessment also from Chainsaw 40k, who used to have direct relationship with different stores. He is in the hobby for 40 years, so he knows how things work, how things are done, distributed, whatever. We know what also Marshall Bohemond showed, all of that. We know that.
Yeah,
So we do know stuff. It's not like we don't.
If they were popular enough, we wouldn't have that, shipping shenanigans now that is happening. Because I said it in the previous video, but companies who make, let's say, action figures like Hasbro, they put a specific amount that is just online. Usually, the moment you see some YouTuber puts a link, through my link, you can buy the new Hasbro Wolverine figure or whatever. The moment you click, it's already sold out, and he put it 2-3 minutes ago. He has to put a new one if they restock. So if something is popular enough, you wouldn't have cases like that.
Even for freaking bootlegs.
Even for bootlegs, yes.
There are companies, because we are watching those, what they're doing. Even for them, sometimes we can tell that they're selling because again it's sold out or whatever. We have channels that watch over these things. So imagine the interest in Warhammer 40k should be 10 times greater than some bootleg, online. But the bootlegs are selling like hotcakes if they're good, and this isn't. So you gotta compare, because we just see how things work like that, So we gotta finish this. Last words from Tsunami, then we go.
Female Custodes are trash. Everyone knows it. These assholes fucking know it too. They're doing their best to go ahead and try and take the last bastion or whatever of male fuckingness instead of actually working on other women. This is how I know women. Women are really happy when they're on top, but if another woman's trying to rise up to them, they shoot them down. Instead of working on Sisters of Battle, instead of working on Sisters of Silence, they want to go ahead and invade the male space, co-opt it, and try and make it something that it's fucking not. All of you leftist retards out there, fuck you.
Yes.
You're a piece of shit. Your father hates you. Your mother hates you. You're a fucking lesbian freak. Get the fucking U-Haul moving truck. Get the Subaru. Try not to fight your fucking spouse fucking in between. And go away forever. Bye.
Period.
For the imperium must not fail. The imperium will prevail. crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.